Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's your girl, Andrea Mason, your first choice, your global voice, alumna of Les Brown, and the CEO of Press Play. How are y'all doing today? If you could hear me, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that I can hear and see you live. As you know, I did this before, and for some reason, there was no audio. So I am back and making it possible for y'all to hear. Pardon the outdoor noise, but it is beautiful here up on the mountains. A nice high 60s per se. But I wanted to sit down and talk with you and let you know how you have the opportunity to unleash the champion within you. Now you say, Andrea, well, I'm not an athlete. I'm not a competitor. I am not a gold medalist or anything. But you have the champion within opportunity and capabilities that you can make it happen and make it occur. Why am I saying this? Because so many times what's happening in this world is people are conforming you, transforming you. And if you're not fit in those check boxes, whether it's for work, the world, your family, or what have you, then what happens is that you are isolated from everybody else. And what happens with isolation is that you have self-doubt. You become resistance to change, resistance to feeling worthy, resistance to feeling enlightened and empowered. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are five key plays on how you can press play today. Plan life according to you. So the first one is learning how to be resilient. On my online course, I talk about resilient and rising. And it talks about the opportunities and the mindsets that we have in the world of being resilient. When enough is enough and you have done so much resistance that you can truly believe and you can do more. Resilient is the opportunity that gives you the way to move forward, to allow you to break free from the shackles of life. Now, y'all know I'm a big fan of acronyms. So I'm going to break down a few of these key plays as opposed to keeping it simple that you can take away today. The first one is resilient, as I mentioned before, and what I'm going to do is show you some steps that you can apply right now in your life, whether it's being resilient in your relationships, in your family, in your business, in your career, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman or woman, or making it in the world of this chaos and conformity. The first thing you have to do in resilient, as the word pretty much says, is the first letter, which I talk about, is the letter R. We have to learn how to release the past. How many of you are leaving the past still in your mindset? You have that smell of a fragrance that reminds you of something that is painful and hurtful. You have that trinket from an individual, from a loved one that was gifted to you, and they're no longer here. You've had that rough breakup with a friend or a loved one, and you are holding on to the past. Release the past and allow you to step into the second step of resilience. And that is the letter E. Embrace forgiveness. You know that I talk about achieving personal freedom is through the healing power of forgiveness. I'm not talking about forget. Please do not mistake that, because forgetting, it will repeat itself. And so if you allow yourself to forgive, you move forward. And what we want to do with that is, as you are moving forward, you are breaking the shackles of life, and you have the ability and opportunity to stand now, as my warriors are, stand tall. S. Stand tall, stand firm in your beliefs, your values, your mission, and your upbringing. What are your morals, ethics, and values? Do they still align, and were they created by you? Stand tall for what you believe in. And it's all right to disagree. It's okay to agree to disagree. Just move on. Then we talk about how we can have impact in others. And that brings us to the letter I. Inspire healing. I'm in the elements right now. I didn't know it was going to be a beautiful day. I was about to go in my office and I realized, oh my goodness, it's low to mid 60s. The sun is out, beautiful air, crisp blue skies. So I'm going to inspire healing. Nature is my therapy. I just had some breakfast, and yes, I did eat. I just had some breakfast and a nice glass of orange juice followed by green tea. But most important, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we get stuck. The letter L in resilient, we talk about loving yourself. Yeah, we say we love each other, but think about it. Think about this. When was the last time you did something for you? When was the last time you had the opportunity to love yourself, cheer, celebrate the wins, celebrate the moments, celebrate the milestones that you've accomplished? When was the last time you treated yourself? Whether that is with a materialistic item, a gourmet food, meal, or just really taking care of yourself. Hygiene, gifting yourself with a new outfit, new jewelry, whatever that means. For me, it's traveling. I love to travel. I love being around people. As we begin to love ourselves, we will allow ourselves to have an I invest in inner peace. What does that look like? Not having to answer to anybody, walking by faith and not by sight, and allowing yourself to be truly authentic. Yes, I know AI is there to help, but it's a tool. It's not a replacement of individuals. Peace, knowing that everything you do is with compassion, love, perseverance, and persistence. We come to the next letter. This is a long word, y'all, but stick with me. E, which is allowing you to empower freedom. To be carefree and to know that everything in life is working for you and not to you. A lot of us look up to the heavens and say, why me? A lot of us point the finger of the blame game or at ourselves of shame. Allow yourself to empower freedom, which brings us to the next letter, N. We have to find our own core. Our heart is our inner GPS system. So we have to navigate change. I know we are creatures of comfort. We love habitual rituals. But we have to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, is this helpful or hurtful? Is this productive or procrastination? You know, I had one coach who used to say, do it now, procrastinate later. I love that quote he created because it is so true that every shiny object, every little thing distracts us, but we don't focus on the prize. We don't focus on the journey. We don't embrace the people we surround ourselves, our network. Finally, y'all, in the word resilient is T. Transform pain. I do this all the time. I transform my pain into purpose. Now, I'm not going to go into the other words, but I'll give you a little teaser. One is rise, one is victorious, one is play, and it's another version of play, not plan life according to you, although that's what I encourage you to do daily. But those are the ones. And then there's a bonus one. You're going to have to connect with me to learn that one. But when we look at resilient and being resilient and really focusing on going from resistance to resilience, that's when the raw and real authentic you comes to life, comes to fruition. So to recap, R is in this, we're going over the acronym that I work with in my online course, my speaking and my coaching, resilience. We talk about the letter R, release the past. If you don't face your past will continue to chase you. You hear me say this all the time. E, embrace forgiveness. You know, I know the only way to achieve personal freedom is through the healing power of forgiveness. S, stand tall, stand proud, stand bold, my fearless warriors. Stand tall and stand up for what you believe in. Don't let anybody conform or transform you unless you were prepared and saying yes to you first. I, inspire healing. In order for us to heal, we must feel. We must allow our emotions in a civil, respectful manner to flow. We can't bottle them up or mask them with medication. Because what happens, truth be told, living testimony, I suppressed my emotions time after time, year after year, almost 10 years since my mother passed, and I ended up in the hospital fighting for my own life. So allow yourself to inspire healing. Nutrition, wellness, nature, therapy, connecting with someone, making sure that connection is bold and solid. L is to love yourself, not them, not your family, not those you're in need, yourself first. Look in the mirror and reflection and smile and say, I love me, everything about me, every fiber in my body, every inch of my body, and who I become. Because in order to you to love yourself, others will love as well. I we go to as invest in peace. Find out what keeps you peace, what keeps you in harmony and balance. So that way you're not tipping the scale of anxiety, frustration, and anger to sadness, depression, and loneliness. Allow to find that balance and peace in your life. E, we are going to empower and embrace freedom. Allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to not worry about what the naysayers, non-believers, those who've done you wrong, those in the past, what have you. Allow you to be comfortable and free in your own skin, in your own words, and your own life. Finally, as you know, our heart is our GPS, so find and utilize N in resilient, our navigation system, in order for us to make that transformational shift. Change your channel, you can change your results. Any age, any stage, at any given moment. Finally, T, transform pain. Transform pain into purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, for most of my life, I have been a victim of abuse and bullying, whether it was brought upon myself, upon society, others, friends, peers, and family. I've turned that pain now into purpose. This is what I talk about on a daily basis. Those victims, whether it be of abuse, bullying, or a victim of her own mindset. My pains, my strategies are taught in a strategical manner on how you can achieve personal freedom through the healing power of forgiveness, through my life transformational journey that I call as my umbrella, Press Play. Plan life according to you. If you want to learn more about what I have in store, connect with me. I have, for those visual and tactile learners, I have an online course at your own pace that you can work through it and make the adjustments that are adaptive to you. If you wanted that more interactive and engagement, I have coaching opportunities for you where we can sit down one-on-one and really customize and formulate a plan that works for you. Ask anybody who's worked with me. I meet you where you're at. I walk beside you. I don't judge. I don't dictate. I don't lecture. Or if that is something of an intellectual individual where they're not really interested, if you will, in a one-to-one, or want to do the worksheets and exercises on the online course at their own pace, my book, Victim to Victorious. The index, the chapter sequence that is provided shows you the steps, and involved in that book are stories, examples, teachings, and lessons that I've gone through, and some ideas that you can utilize as a lesson and take away. There's something for everyone, and I really appreciate your support. I decided to jump on here. I was going to jump on at 11:11, but you all know me with technology. It's a work in progress. But I am excited to announce a lot of events are coming up for this next quarter, as well as the new year. I have an amazing team of individuals who are shining brightly, and I'm excited to connect with you. I believe whether you're in the corporate arena of administration, authority, that you need to be the best at your 100% level as a leader, as a confidant, as a trailblazer in your community, company, and business. You need to be 100% to make sure your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. Sometimes it takes inner reflection to really understand what you're looking for, what your passions and visions are, so you can formulate, which is one of the chapters in my environment, create your own environment that can help you, help each other, and most importantly, help others. If you are school-based, I have opportunities available for you, both students and parents, but also administration. School was the toughest time for me, from nursery school to college years. I had difficulty understanding things academically because of my learning styles. There was only a cookie-cutter learning style at that time. I had difficulty focusing because I was not accepted or welcomed by my peers or society, if you will. And then for those teachers out there, the deans, the admins, you have to understand your audience. You have to understand today's up-and-coming society and what the social cues are, what is going on and trending. Now, y'all know I'm unplugged, but that doesn't dismiss the experiences of connecting with parents and children and leaders all across the world virtually. I talk to on a daily basis to realize we have to understand what our roles are and where we're at and how we are able to level up, how we are able to expand and inspire others and have great influence and impact. It starts with our purpose, and our purpose comes from our heart within. You know what I say, follow your heart, not the herd nor your hurt. For success and joyfulness are on the other side. Through life's adversities, you have the opportunity at any age, any stage, to create your own identity. And it may be new. If you are looking as an entrepreneur and your business is not scaling and you want to learn how to become more authentic, how to utilize AI as a tool, not as a substitute or a replacement of you, let's connect. If you are looking where you are lost, you're just like, I'm in this job, I can't stand it where I am, I know I could be more, I know I could do more, let's connect. If you are at a moment and point in your life where you realize that hourglass has come into vision, where that sands of time are slowly diminishing, connect with me. Let's make the rest of your life the best of your life, as the greats say. And in order to do that, my mentor, my coach, my kindred spirit, my friend, Les Brown says, find OQP, only quality people. I swear the aviation FAA knows when I'm doing videos because they constantly fly over. But it's all right. You know I'm authentic. What you see is what you get. My word is my bond. I always show up, never give up. Thank you for all of you listening. I appreciate you. I got to get back to the grind. I have amazing projects in store. So check out what my offerings are, my services are, and how I can help you. If you want to be an affiliate and work with me and have some ideas, let's connect. I'm here to meet you where you're at. I'm here to get you to the next level, to make sure that you, if you feel it or not, go from invisible to invincible, victim to victorious, and instead of being a warrior, become a warrior. This is the legacy that I leave. This is the opportunity where I'm reaching out to every single continent, every single country, and saying, I believe in you. Why? Because I've been there. I was, in my mind, gifted the silver platter. I came to America 11 months old at 11 pounds. I have no photographs or anything of my biological family. But you know what? I forgave, and I'm grateful because I'm sitting here before you in amazing elements on this beautiful day with my life. And my adoptive parents have taught me unconditional love. They said, Andrea, no matter what you do your best, do what you love, and do it right. That's who I am. They talk about the new AI. I've always been AI. I've been authentically integral. That's what I'm known for. What you see is what you get. If I make a mistake, I'll take accountability. I'm an accountability coach. If I know that I make mistakes or have the inability to provide resources, I outsource you to the proper individuals. I'm not here to steal anything from anyone. I'm not here to... I just want to help. I love you guys. You're here for me, I'm here for you. So if there's any way that I can provide support, you don't have to be stuck any longer. You have the opportunity to make this opportunity a reality. Oh, I just had a pop-up. Oh, it's late. Austin, thank you so much. Yes, it is all about you. You know, growing up, I used to think, oh, it's all about me. And in one way, in the teachings of Matthew McConaughey, it is about being selfless, making sure that you are 100% to show up for others. But it's another thing to be you. You know, I explore AI. It's a tool that helps me write a little bit more clearer, but I'm using it as a tool. You know, I feel that as progression grows, and you can see this on my YouTube channel, 1,500 plus. I started years ago making that discipline, making that consistent effort, conscious effort, to do a video every day consecutively for 3 years. And you know, there was some time, I believe, there was a week where I lost my voice, but I still showed up. I self-taught myself how to do captions and B-roll or whatever it's called. And I learned how to do that, but I still showed up. And now with AI, I am learning how to utilize all my content in a better, more productive way. Go to my YouTube channel. My first video, I'll never forget. I believe it was in 2020 in October. And I'm looking over here. I'm not even talking. But it's the growth, and that's what I want to bring to you. I want to bring the authentically integral me every step of the way. You know, and I want you to make sure that you have the opportunity to grow and to make a difference to enhance your quality of life. I served 2 decades in the corporate America with social work and psychology, with obtaining degrees. And it has been completely changed from mental health being taboo to, if you don't have a diagnosis or condition, we'll create one for you. Ladies and gentlemen, my declaration today is that if I am able to impact one individual wholeheartedly, one individual, then I've answered the call. My mission and message is to be the face of change of mental health. To say, you have a situation. You have a condition. Let's learn how to manage and not mask it. Yo, all the planes are flying. But this is what my promise is to you. I will show up for you. But you have to do the work. I will be there for you, ready, excited, cheering you on. But I'm going to instill faith in you. I'm going to instill belief, because people believed in me. The legendary, my kindred spirit, my mentor, my coach, my friend, my fellow adoptee, Les Brown, Mr. Les Brown, still believes in me. He said to me on the eve of Thanksgiving years ago, 11 pounds of greatness, they didn't know then, but they know now. And because of that belief, he said to dream big. A few months later, I was connected with the International African Portal of radio and TV. I was global. I have spoken on every single continent. If you've gone to Antarctica or you're headed there, hit me up, because that's the one I missed because there was a time difference or a delay when somebody was there and I was going to connect with them. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for the long haul. I'm here to believe in you until you believe in yourself. But I also am putting it down that I'm not going to tolerate where, someone taught me and said to me, go where you're welcome, not where you're tolerated. And the messenger was that of Coach David Verdue. I've connected with a lot of people over the years, and I'm grateful for each and every connection. Some have been seasonal, some have been situational, and some are still with me. And that's okay. I just want you to know and remind you, you today have the opportunity, the chance and choice to press play. Plan life according to you. I'm learning new strategies on different ways to build my content, to build my community, to provide my services. This is the learning process. I'm transparent and showing you that all of these angles and technologies and situations are a part of the experience. I'm not hiding anything. I'm being what you see as the new AI, which I've always been, authentically integral. I wish you the best. I wish you love. Thank you so much. Awesome, and love you guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for my social media handles. I've got amazing events coming up, announcements and projects in the works. I am so excited. I keep on growing as I keep on going. And let me tell you something. Every single thing I've done in life, I've failed. Yes, I failed. But, as they say, fail forward. What is the acronym for fail? First attempt in learning. So allow me to fail and walk beside you as you take a chance on you. Lovely Lion, thank you so much. I appreciate you. This is your opportunity. How much time do you have left on this earth? Have you started building your legacy? Have you started taking your losses and turning them into lessons? Have you taken your emotions and removed them from being your master and now become your messengers? Time is limited, my friends. I'm grateful. Every morning, I'm grateful to be here today. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to choose to press play, plan life according to you. Well, me in this situation. But I'm excited about the new coming things. I'm getting back to some events that I have that I host, but I gotta clean up my storage and my computer and my cell phone as it's going to the max. As you know, that's one of the areas that I am how would you say it? That's one of the areas that I'm a little reserved about, is moving to storage, deleting duplicates and so forth. But I'll get to it. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I got to prepare for my afternoon connections. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you are able to share this out, I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. One love. Thank you. If you have any thoughts, comments, or want to connect, hit me up on DM or connect with me via email. I have a Calendly link also if you want to schedule something. I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you so much. Be safe. Be well. Ciao, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be well. Your first choice, your global voice, alumna of Les Brown and the CEO of Press Play, Plan Life According to You, author of Victim to Victorious, online course creator, resilient and rising, and I'm looking ready to thrive in 2025 with you. Thank you so much. Be safe and be well.